All right, here we go, guys. All right. Yep.
Hello.
Welcome to 3 a.m. in the Attic, where we react, review, and tell stories that go bump in the night. Welcome back, guys.
Bumpity bump.
See, she trying to go to the club.
Nah, I don't do all of that.
That's not what I heard.
Ain't no clubbing no more, she says.
Ah.
No clubbing no more. Welcome back, guys. So yeah, we're back at it with this one.
He's tied in a pole.
Avoiding staying up real late in this attic
Yeah.
to tell some spooky stories to keep us up. Speaking of keep us up, do y'all hate that thing when y'all like doze off? And it could be randomly and then you just fall.
3 seconds, you just jump.
Yeah.
I used to do that like at my desk in school. I do that still in the bed. I do one of those.
No, this Negro. Can I say Negro?
You can't.
Are you not
That's not
black?
your word.
We were laying down. Yes, I'm black. We were laying down one time, and then like this one, our daughter was like maybe she wasn't even 1 yet, and like when we was taking a nap or whatever, and then like out of nowhere he just rose up, like didn't even bend his knees or anything. Like it was so fast. I was like, what the fuck?
He was Lazarus. Rising from the dead.
He was like, yo. I was like, what the fuck? What is that? What were you doing? You was looking around and shit.
Yeah, I had a night terror. That's what that was. I had a crazy night terror. Do y'all know what night terrors are?
I was like, you lucky you ain't step on her, cause
Go ahead and explain it. Go explain it for us.
Night terrors are usually those very crazy things. I'm gonna give you the regular thing of what it is compared to the definition of it. So when it comes to a night terror, those are those things where you jump up out of your sleep. You may thrash around. It's plenty of things that you can do. And pretty much it's when you think you see something or you kind of in a sleep where it just kind of breaks in. So it just goes crazy like that.
Okay,
For the ones that don't know, Gary's having a night terror right now. But the definition of night terror is pretty much is a parasomnia. It's a form of parasomnia where you are in the first third of your sleep. You're in your deepest sleep. It's not REM sleep. REM sleep is the one where your eyelids moving like crazy.
Yeah,
That's where dreams occur. This is the first half of it. And in this deep sleep, your body kind of abrupts. It's compared to like let's say if somebody was going into a coma and then they become shaked up rapidly. That's what that is for the most part. But it's really not attached to anything that leads to a nightmare. Those are two different things. Nightmares and dreams you have in REM sleep. This one you have in your deep sleep and you just pop up. It comes from so many different things. I didn't know it came from alcoholism. That's one. Stress, sleep deprivation. Usually kids have night terrors for the most part.
oh yeah.
Like young kids. Okay. But before, adolescents really kick in or before like 12, it usually goes away. But they do have periods where adults have them. Women have it more than men, that kind of thing. But yeah, it can be kind of crazy. They always compare it a lot to sleepwalking. Sleepwalking is another parasomnia. But yeah, when you're in your deepest sleep and then abruptly something happens where you pop up doing some shit you ain't got no business doing, that's what that is. So, and this is different from a nightmare. Outside of the different kinds of sleep, a nightmare is your brain really in tune with whatever's going on with you, and it's a bad dream for the most part. Night terrors are just super random, outside of the things that I named that can cause it. It's one of those things where it can just kind of pop up. And I didn't know that you can avoid having those, especially if they happen quite often. So yeah.
So like, would it be like when someone who sleep fights or that's just one of the things, like people who like you said, thrash in their sleep, but like people who kind of just like roll around the bed and throw their arms crazily. Is that considered?
If it's something that happens about 2 to 3 hours into their sleep, yeah, that's a night terror. Yeah. They have had studies where people who had like PTSD have had night terrors, of course. Again, I said children. They said some people that's like immature in the brain.
Children have it because they bad as fuck. They think about that ass whooping they gonna get.
That next action.
Or is it people who like would just be sleeping and they're like,
Yeah,
in their sleep?
that's night terror. That's night terror. Okay. Anytime it can be very small, very subtle. And what's crazy, I didn't know this. Night terrors can last anything from a minute to 30 minutes, depending on what it is. You know, there have been reports in the past where people have done things in the middle of a night terror, like literally getting up and heading to a direction and doing something and not having a clue when they officially wake up knowing that they did that thing. So that's why it has a lot of similarities to like sleepwalking and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
So they can go and murder somebody and then wake up like, what happened?
Yeah.
Is it the same as acting out your dreams?
Nah, not quite. Dreams are a little bit different because when you act out your dreams, that's coming from somewhere that's a little bit more cerebral. Yeah, night terrors, if it is something, it's probably something that's a little bit more cut and dry. But they also have links to a lot of mental disorders with night terrors also. If it's something that happens quite frequently, and you're not really having like senses of like sleep deprivation or anything like that, it can link to something that's a little bit more serious. So
I just wanted to know because I dance in my sleep and I don't know if that's a night.
You dance in your sleep?
Yes.
I think that's you. That's not. It's not a,
I mean,
a diagnosis
not like me getting up and doing full choreography or something like that. But I have woken up and I'm like moving my arms and I'm like, oh, yeah, like jigging in my sleep. You know?
The rhythm is really in her bones.
Remember what Sid said? She's like, I woke up and I spit on myself because I thought I was spitting in my dreams, but she actually spit in person.
Yeah, stuff like that. Actually, like I had an uncle one time. I don't know if it was like a family get together or whatever it was, but we were all at my grandma's house, and my uncle actually ended up peeing on my mom's boyfriend because he thought he was in the bathroom.
Oh man,
So
that was a nightmare.
Hold on, give me a second.
That was a
Uncle
nightmare.
thought he walked to the restroom, but really he walked in your mom's.
No. So we
sleepwalking.
were all in the living room.
Okay.
Like it was like all of us because
Y'all
It's the
sleep like
country.
the Jackson 5? Y'all just all surrounded?
No, back in the day, all the cousins and stuff used to
Yeah,
get around
yeah.
and like
Yeah,
sleep
used to
together.
So, like,
yeah.
my mom-
all on the ground.
Not like that, y'all.
my mom and
Sweet Home Alabama.
my mom, my stepdad, and me were in the living room, and then it was my uncle, who he lived in another city, so he had came down, and so like we were all in the living room, and somehow I guess I didn't wake up, thank the Lord, but like yeah, he peed on my stepdad.
God damn.
Thought he was in the bathroom.
Did they like wake up and start fighting? Or
No, it wasn't like on his face or anything. I think it was like next to his leg. But still, he was just like, hey, I'm not going to say his name. He's like, hey, wake up, man. Yeah.
That was a night terror and nightmare.
what if he whipped it out right before he peed? He's like, my mind's telling me no.
I think the best ones is when you wake
I think
up
he was drunk.
laughing.
I
Like when you
done that
laugh in
too.
your sleep
I
and
only
then you
did
wake
that
up
once and I'll
laughing.
never forgot it.
What
used to do
about
that
when
a
you
lot.
snore colors? Is that considered?
You said snore colors?
No, small colors.
Oh, yes.
Shut up!
How does that work?
Like this.
That's so fucking crazy. I don't know if I should tell that story. It's just wild. A lot of people do a lot of wild stuff in their sleep, not knowing it. I'm gonna tell that story because you got you over here laughing. So all right, so check this out. Me and Goddess was asleep, and I woke up randomly. I just kind of
Just to let y'all know, I was fucking tired, okay? I was tired. I was tired, okay?
so
Leave me alone.
you know how sometimes you wake up in the bed and you don't like get out of bed. You just kind of lay there for a little while. So that's what I did, and like Goddess was like knocked out, and then out of nowhere I hear like red. Red! I was like, what the hell is that? Like, what is this? And it's her. And I'm thinking, like, is she joking? Like, just the color red. Red! That shit went on for a while, right? And I'm up, I'm listening, and it's the same color over and over again. Then out of nowhere, I'm like, yo, she's fucking with me, because suddenly she just turned around and was like, green! I was like, yo, what is this? What are you doing right now?
She's playing red light, green light in her dreams.
Are you having a stroke in your sleep?
I was playing Squid Games in my dreams. We all want to talk about the noises that come out of your body.
I
when you
make crazy
sleep.
noises, period. I make crazy noises when I'm awake, when I'm asleep. These assholes had a, I don't even know what to call it. I was going to call it a, I don't know. I'm going to say they had a council meeting about the noises I make.
Yeah, okay.
Because I can't, what's that thing you call when somebody's going through something and y'all like, let's get together, let's have a.
An intervention?
Yeah, it wasn't an intervention because I wasn't there. I wasn't fucking invited. But these assholes got together. He was like, you notice that? JJ be blank. These conspiracy bastards.
No, go ahead and say it since you want to call me out.
I smack.
He smacks with nothing in his mouth. That's the thing.
And
Like, he just be smacking on air. Like, this is
As you
the tastiest.
as you see, I have a very.
It's the tastiest oxygen I ever had, man.
Look, man, I don't know, bro. I have like I have an extremely big tongue and this small ass mouth, all right?
And just for y'all, just for the record, he was part of the intervention. Nobody talked
I
about him.
wasn't fucking there.
You weren't there. You were there.
I walked in, Gary cracked the joke, and these assholes started laughing.
No, I did not. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. We were all sitting there, and I just turned to you and asked that question. What do you be smacking on?
What you be smacking on? My fucking insecurities. That's what the fuck I'm smacking on.
Oh, snap, man. Oh, snap.
I've been doing that. I don't know. It's just a habit of mine. Well, nobody have habits. I just got to.
You don't do that all the time.
It
You
fucking
only do
help.
that.
It
No,
just
you only
happens.
do that on here.
No. For me to do it had to come from fucking somewhere before I got on and start doing this shit.
Are you hungry?
I don't think so.
You want me to feed you?
Do you smack when you hungry or you smack when you eating? That's a difference.
No, because some people smack more when they're like, if you're not really that hungry, you just.
I don't be seeing movies where motherfuckers be in the desert be like, those waters and the cheeseburger. It's the most crackheaded ass shit.
Says the person who be smacking on nothing.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not smacking because I'm hungry. Like, it's crazy.
Why do you do it?
Imagine we get old and we all in like a nursing home, and I'm sitting in that chair with that blanket over my lap, and just looking at myself, and I'm gonna be like, and be like, what's wrong with JJ? And then like, no. Gotta be like, he just hungry. That motherfucker just hungry.
Hopefully I don't be in a nursing home.
Mr. JJ, let's go get you some pudding. They just push the wheelchair.
No pudding.
Oh, man. Oh,
I
man.
can't breathe over here.
That's funny. That's
I don't know.
funny,
I don't know how we got here.
Oh, I feel lightheaded as fuck right now.
Damn night terrors, that's why. That's where you got that shit from. I'm over here crying and shit. Yeah. Nah, but this shit.
Let's get serious.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Y'all know it's the worst kind of shit when it comes to night terrors, right? I hate that. And I did this one time. Me and Goddess sleep. Did anything happen for this person to just see rub by me?
She about to fall.
It's like a teapot. Low key, you the color of the candles in the back.
Red.
Clifford over here.
Oh, snap, man. Yo.
Show laugh for the week right here.
I'm done. I can't breathe.
What are you saying?
I'm done.
Oh, no.
Goddess.
She sounded like an exhausted slave. You heard that? She rolls up. We all just picking cotton right now. You just get up. I'm done.
Okay, I'm done.
What are you doing, Cecil? Why are you walking to Master's house? Cecil about to kill me.
Okay, I'm done. I can't breathe.
I didn't know which. None of that stuff sounded like a D. I didn't hear done. I heard T. My tongue.
God is
Tongue.
you done burned about 500 calories just laughing.
I know, right?
That was funny.
Keep going.
Keep going to what now? I can't remember what I talked about.
Night terrors.
Oh, I'm just saying this. The worst night terror I had was recent. So the way we sleep, we kind of have our windows cracked a little bit. Not the window, but just like the blinds. One time I woke up, and it was early too. That's how I knew it was a night terror. Kind of woke up, and I legit could have swore I saw somebody, like some old man, peeking into the blinds.
You probably did.
No, he wasn't there because it was on and it was off.
See, now I don't want them open no more.
Who laughing now? Like, nah, but it was crazy looking because I distinctively remember how he looked. Like it was an older light skinned cat, like white Hispanic, I don't know. And then he had like white hair. He was bald at the top. And his back was kind of hunched, and he was just staring into the blinds. And he wasn't like up on the window. This dude was like on like low key like on the sidewalk, so he was like 5 feet away. And he was.
I won't be surprised because I feel like they do be looking though. To be honest,
but the thing is like when I was
my
like
side
my
hurt.
brain was like, oh shit, and soon as my brain popped up, like nobody was there. It was me tripping. But it was so detailed. I was like, oh shit, what the hell?
Oh, is that considered a terror? I thought that was just like a hallucination.
But if you sleep and you pop up, wouldn't it consider? I mean, that would have been that sounds like a night terror to me, right?
Right.
So were you awake, or did you come into consciousness?
I came into consciousness.
What
so
if he
you
was
may
there and then
have
he
been
were-
awake, is what I'm saying. You can be awake and not conscious. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
You may have been awake and hallucinating.
Yeah.
Or what
And
if he
then when
was
your
there?
consciousness kicked in, it was like, oh, that's not there.
Now, what's crazy? I do have those. I do, and
yeah.
I think we all do, right?
I've experienced that too.
Yeah,
Right.
like
That part, yeah,
it could be
experienced
something
that.
that looks humanoid, or it could be like a spot, or the most common one, and they used to fuck with me all the time. When you think you see it have like a bug on your pillow or on the wall or something.
Yeah,
Right.
that has happened to me.
Right.
It's
I
been
be
plenty
seeing
of times
holes
I
and
pop
I
up.
be seeing like black holes in the wall.
Yeah,
Right.
I have seen
And
those
then like
too.
when I'm like up, I'm like, oh shit, it's gone. Like
The funniest and the most vivid one I had, this was back in, I think it was like 2017 or 2018. I hallucinated, as strange as it may be, like a big iguana. And like the way, because this was like back when I lived with my mom, in my room, I had these like sheer baby blue curtains that went down to the floor. And so like I woke up, so I was awake, my eyes were open, and I just saw this big ass iguana just sitting there, just twirling around in my fucking curtain, just having a blast. I mean, he going at it, just having fun, tongue out and everything. And I'm like,
He was stripping for you. He
Probably
putting a show
literally
up
having
for
their
you.
tongue out like that.
Yeah,
So
he's
he's
putting up a show for you.
I was scared to move because I was like, oh my God. I was like, if I move, he gonna see me and then he gonna get me. And I was like, okay.
What do you
so
think? Wait, 2 questions. How big was this iguana?
it was big.
Like what? Give me like measurements. Like a
I
couple
don't
of feet.
know. I wasn't really in the right mind to try to measure, JJ.
What-
they look like a child size iguana.
It looked like an iguana that was too motherfucking big to be in my room.
And the
size
second
iguana.
question is like, if he sees me, he's gonna get me. What do you think this iguana is gonna do? I never seen an iguana attack a
I
person
don't
before.
know. All I know is it wasn't supposed to be in my bedroom. And I was scared. And I was scared to reach for my phone because I was like, okay, I have to tell my boss that I can't come because there's an iguana in my room. But then how do I explain to him that there's an iguana in my room?
Finish it. Say, how am I going to explain to him it's iguana in my room without him making me come to work and take a drug test? Finish the whole thing.
Anyway, I don't know how, but like, I don't know if I heard a sound or what, but I came into consciousness and immediately it disappeared.
Gotcha.
But I felt like I was laying there for a good 5 to 10 minutes, like just debating how do I get out of this situation. And then I woke up and I was like, oh. Okay.
Now you're fine. I am fine. I wish you told your mom that.
I did. I told my boss too. He just laughed.
So the night terrors. I think a lot of military people might have night. They be suffering through night terrors, don't they?
Yeah, but I mean, they always on alert, so I get it.
Yeah.
I think that's sleep deprivation, like for sure. Yeah, because that
And
has
also
to come from
just
somewhere.
trauma, general trauma.
Right.
If they were active duty.
Yes.
Stay active.
You
They
know
stay
what branch of the military that I find would be like lonely and scary?
Which
The
one?
Navy.
Why the Navy?
You're underwater all the time.
My daddy was in the Navy.
You just imagine like being in a submarine forever.
All of them got to go in submarines though. I don't know too much
all
about
of
the
them.
Navy. So.
Not all
Not
of
all of
them,
them.
Yeah,
but like those people that are like
Just being
even but even
underwater.
ships though, like they're very
you said that.
compact.
yeah.
Since you said that, my cousin, well, he retired Navy, but he told me he used to weld underneath the sea with oil rigs and weld he was doing, and he said it was scary looking out there, and then you see this big black cloud come by, and it was just a whole bunch of sea snakes.
Oh no! See,
And he said it was crazy because he said while he's under there doing his job, you just see nothing but deep water blue, and and he said all of a sudden you just see from a distance it looked like a whale. Then when you get closer and closer, he said it was just a bunch of sea snakes,
That's
just
crazy.
a bunch of them. He said he just continued to keep welding, but he said it was freaky. So yeah, I say Navy. Yeah, you right. Navy.
there's so
They probably
many
see the
things.
most wild shit.
There's so many things under the sea. Did I send you that video?
Which one?
I
I think you did. Yeah.
Where-
With that big black thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Where is it? Because I want to
Oh
be the
yeah,
opposite."
that dude's
I
funny.
think you
Jordan
sent that to
Stallion.
me too.
That dude is funny.
you
Yeah,
send
Yeah.
that?
yeah. That dude is funny. That dude is
Yeah,
funny,
like
man.
there's so many things under the sea that I find scary. That's why like I'll do snorkeling, but diving, nah. Especially deep water diving, no sir.
You think the government's lying? We always
Yes.
had that textbook. They always had that textbook statement of like, all right, do I believe that there's more water on Earth? Yes, but when they say that, oh, we haven't discovered everything in the sea and all of that, I think they have. They put out what more than they let on. I think it's a good amount of stuff they do know that's there, but they feel like the population is not ready to know what's in there.
Right.
But shouldn't you think that they should? I mean, wouldn't I can't think. Shouldn't they tell us so that we can be ready and know what to do?
Nah, because you got to think about it. Like, like a lot of Antarctica is like restricted, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel like knowledge is one of those things that they kind of hold off from people, but they also restrict it.
Right.
So it's like if we had let's say we hypothetically had a room in this location. I'm the only one that knows what's in there. Y'all want to know what's in there. I'm like, leave that alone. Don't worry. There's other stuff in here. There's nothing in there to worry about. Worry, well, let me open the door. Don't open that door. You know what I'm saying? I think they mostly do shit like that for the most part.
I don't know.
See, hey, that's a lot of water, man.
Yeah.
It's big out
It's a lot
there.
of water.
There's a lot of stuff. Down there.
Yeah. And I mean, deep down there, it's like nightmarish creatures down there.
Yeah,
They
and then but that's what I'm saying. That's like
glowing
the
You also have anaerobic creatures too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like glowing and doing all kinds
but
of
that's
crazy
the
stuff.
that's the
man.
threshold that we're familiar with. Like it was this crazy squid creature
See,
that was down there, and this thing was huge, like building huge,
Yeah.
and this thing was dangerous. And they was like, "Oh, we didn't even know those were still around." Like stuff like that is crazy.
Yeah. They got some nightmares.
yeah,
down there.
they may know that those things are still around, but they don't tell people because they don't want people to go looking for it because they don't want those things to come to the surface. And I agree. Leave it alone. Leave it down there, please. Please.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you believe in? I know this is crazy. I mean, we already talking nuts. So, do you believe there's a possibility of mermaids being real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They exist in different
Yeah.
different cultures in different ways for a reason. So like the way that we know, like Disney mermaids, that's not how mermaids are portrayed
Yeah.
in most cultures.
I know them like, them monsters try to lure you in and then after that they kill you and stuff. Reading them fantasy books and all of that type of deal. That's how I always saw a mermaid.
What do you call those things? Sirens?
Oh yeah,
Sirens,
sirens.
Yeah, I heard that those were actually women that were cursed from having intercourse with giants and stuff. That's their curse.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Don't quote me on that. I read something like that. Like, yeah. They cursed them, and then so they turn into like those things and stuff like that.
I mean, but those women would already be cursed technically, right? For having sex with a giant, you'll never be closed again.
Well,
Yeah.
no, like what they call it? Fallen angels or something like that.
Well, the fallen angels had sex with humans, which created the giants, which is the
Yeah.
Nephilim or
So,
something.
yeah. Okay. So my bad. They had intercourse with the fallen angels, and then so they were cursed and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Not the giants, because they would have been ripped. My bad.
Never been whole again.
I know in African culture, mermaids are often depicted as basically witches of the sea. You know,
Oh, like in Haiti and stuff.
no, like Africa.
Oh,
Yo, did we watch a movie like that?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember that.
but that particular mermaid wasn't really like. That mermaid was more of a warning to her, but I've seen, particularly in South Africa, South African culture, where mermaids are depicted basically as witches. Like they do have the power to give you certain magical powers, but there is things that they want
in return.
in return. Yeah.
Haiti has some good stories about mermaids and stuff.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I think the stuff like that is really interesting, but part of me is like, no, at all.
It's too
I mean,
much.
if you want to go fuck around, and find out, we can go.
No, you can.
No.
I'm good.
Under the sea, under the
I'll stick to my Disney ones.
You don't want to go towards the water somewhere and see if we can try to
No.
check out some.
Now that's one thing I won't
I like
fuck
to
around
swim
with
and get
is
out.
water.
You know what's crazy? I swam with sharks.
Oh, word.
Tell us this story. What was this?
Nice.
I never showed y'all the video.
Yeah, you did.
I remember her swimming with sharks though.
Yeah.
I remember you jumping off a boat. and
No,
all
I
that.
swam with sharks. Like
what's up.
when we went to Belize, there was we went out on this little cruise thing, and part of the trip was we got to see sharks. So like they put out the food and stuff, and
What kind of other sharks are
they
there?
were just North sharks. They weren't like, great whites or anything.
I was just teasing you because you said we got to see sharks. I'm like, yeah, they live in the sea. I know you was
Shut up.
supposed to.
But no, like they just, fed them, brought them close to the boat and was like showing us them. And then they were like, you can get in the water with the sharks, but don't touch them. And so like we did. And they were basically, they were still feeding them. So they weren't focused on us. But my dumbass, in hindsight, decided, no, like I want to play with the sharks. So this was when after they had fed the sharks and they swam away from the boat, I actually swam under the boat. First of all, that was dumb. Swam under the boat and followed the damn sharks out to sea. And I was just like, they're swimming around. Like,
Are you
I'm
the
in
only one there?
I was swimming in
And
between.
Yeah,
Check
Gary be doing some dangerous
I do.
stuff.
That's
Like it
what's
was.
up.
But the
though.
idea
Honestly-
of death did come to you for a second.
The thing is, being under the water like that, it was so beautiful.
Right,
It was so beautiful and it was so peaceful. It was mesmerizing. And like just swimming amongst them, I wanted to touch them, but I didn't. And then it was just a moment where logic kicked in and I was like, this is probably dangerous. I should go back to the boat. And so
What
I
if,
did. No, it was funny. It was funny because it was a girls trip, right? So I like came up out of the water and I just see all my friends looking at me like, you are dumb as shit. I
What
was
if-
like, yeah, okay.
What if you would have lifted your hand from the water and it's literally heaven? You're like, oh, welcome.
I'd been like,
You made it. You didn't make it, but you made it. You know?
I'd been like,
I help you out the water. Come on.
well, you know what, Jesus, this is not how I expected this to go.
That's how
would
they
like
get you.
to-
They hypnotize you to go out there.
It'd be nice. I'd be curious. I'd like to swim with sharks.
They were nurse sharks too. So like again, nurse sharks don't typically attack you. Like they're not going to like
But
attack
just
a human.
don't touch him.
Crazy or
Because you
not,
could, like, you could. Most likely you wouldn't, but I felt like, because there was one that I swam past and I felt like it looked at me like, bitch, what are you doing? So then I was like, yeah, I should probably go back to the boat.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, because when we were, it was a big stingray that kept swimming by us when we was in St. Thomas. And like, I would stay 6 feet away from this thing. My eyes stayed. The water was clear.
That
My eyes
joker
would
was
stay.
beautiful.
My
though.
eyes would stay down, and I would look. I'm like, he's right there. He's right there. Other people start crowding around it, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not. This is. He was here way before I was. I'm not playing this game with you. And by me, I'm not saying me. I'm saying humans. Like I think they just
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Whole nother set of
I
evolution.
would love to swim with a killer whale. You know,
Not doing that either.
I would love to swim with him.
Nah.
You must be trying to die.
That's one of my it's one of my favorite whales anyway though. So
One of
You know they'll eat you, right?
I know.
Oh, okay.
and you know how those things
Are those the
smart.
ones that play around with their
Yes.
food?
Yeah,
Yes.
They used to toss those
See
seals
Chris-
up in the air?
It's all fun and games, so you don't come back.
Boy said I want to play a killer whale.
Ping pong with him.
That's like saying, man,
no.
you know what? I want to get stabbed by Michael Myers.
But nah,
It's it's like, nah, I don't want to do none of this.
but yeah, the shark thing though, like when we
Yeah.
used to fish, you know, we going fishing and stuff at nighttime.
Yeah.
I like to see the sharks that ride with the wave. You can actually see them. Their trick, they be like when the waves come in, you can actually see them ride with the wave, and we're just step back some.
Oh, yeah.
I like how they ride in the wave like that, and how the light be reflecting off their skin, make it look like a reflection. You be like, oh, okay, you know, that's a shark right there.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
What's the scariest reptilian that you don't want to come across?
Reptile or reptilian? Because reptilians
Reptiles.
are pretty scary if I ever see one of those.
Yeah.
Reptilians are humans
The
hiding
humans.
as reptiles hiding as humans.
Yeah.
So you saying a reptile like
yeah,
alligator?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
All of them.
You scared of reptiles?
I don't want to be within any type of distance to where they can eat me. No,
Yeah, but any reptiles?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Any of y'all know anything about iguanas?
Shut
I
up.
used to have one.
What's that big avocado nut that be on the side of them things? I'm thinking look crazy. I always wonder.
I know iguanas are harmless.
Well, whatever it is, fans, you know, y'all put it down in the comments if y'all know.
You know what
that
I used to collect when I was little, when I was in New Mexico? We call them horny toads, but I think there's called something else. I don't know, but
Dragons, girl.
they used to
Dragons?
they're like they're like brown, and then like we used to squeeze them, and like blood would come out their eyes. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
She's also from
I
a place where they
think
dissect
I'm thinking of
lungs.
something different. Yeah, y'all weird.
Man,
Why
don't
did you
get
bring
me
it up?
started on
I had
that.
to.
Don't get me
Gosh.
started on it.
Wait, let me.
Y'all let me
But-
know in the comments if y'all ever smelled lungs, like
No, nobody's ever
human
smelled
lungs.
unless they're.
You know, our
serial
kids
killer.
dissect toes. They dissect lungs in New Mexico. That's what she was saying. Nah, but to answer your question, I don't think it was the
No,
scariest reptile.
it was like a fair thingy, and it was showing like what a lung looks
Yeah,
like
those.
when you smoke, and what a
I
lung
thought y'all
looked like.
dissected
Oh
those.
yeah.
No, I
I
didn't say
don't
we
know why I
dissected
thought y'all
them.
dissected
No,
those.
I remember
they
that.
brought them
yeah.
in our classroom. It's like this is a
Oh, that's
lung.
probably
Oh wait, this are different from
It
dragons.
stunk so bad. I can smell it now.
Yeah, I remember that. It was a class. Yeah, I remember that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See, I'm the only
That
one.
had, this is one that's healthy,
And then
this
this is
the
one.
that.
So you smell a
cigarettes and
lung,
stuff
right?
like
when
that.
they open it up to
Yeah,
show, it
when they show it.
stinks so bad.
I mean, the human inside. If any of us get cut open, it's gonna stink and it's hot.
But you would think that they'll wash it off like they do meat, and
Why
then
did you need
like
to say it? And it's hot.
Body be hot because it be steaming. If they cut you open, your body can steam. Like this. That's how hot it is. Just
Nah, I
nasty.
think that's a funk that just even if they wash it off, it's not going to
man,
go
that shit
anywhere.
stay in my nose every time I think
You
about
know.
that. I can just smell it.
You must have been first row.
Yes, but it's strong though.
Little guy
It's
that they
so
rolling the
strong.
wheel with a blanket covering the thing, and she just all like, "What is this? What are they doing with this?"
Man, when I said
What's on that table? And then
it's
hit
just,
you with a
I
whiff of
mean,
it.
I have a strong nose. Like I can smell really good.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I wish I didn't have that. Like it's just, I smelled sour cream go bad before it went bad. That's crazy.
But you was pregnant, right?
Yes.
That's different. See?
Yeah,
She hit us
But
with that.
still.
She hit us with that Donald Trump. I got a really strong nose. I smelled it. Best nose. They did exams.
No,
the
but I
best
do got a
nose.
really good nose, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my stuff.
That was up. That was up.
It's a blessing and a curse.
For sure, for sure.
I feel you on that one.
I was thinking of bearded dragons when you said horny toads.
I'm gonna look it up. Did you look it up?
Yeah.
Let me see the picture. See if it's the same.
Those are the things we killed by squeezing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we
Yeah.
caught.
I
That's
was
what we
thinking
caught.
of bearded dragons.
Can I show them?
That's why I said
I
dragons.
know what you're talking about on the little. Yeah.
I don't know if y'all can zoom in. Oh, you can't.
Don't do that. So y'all killed these horned
We didn't
lizards.
kill them. No, we
You-
collected them, and if you squeeze it, I think that's their protective mechanism. Like they squirt out blood or something. But the ones,
Did you put them down when you realized they were squirting out blood?
no,
Then that's not defensive at all.
I didn't like squeeze them like I want to kill you. Squeeze it. It was just like interesting how like when you squeeze it, well the one I had
Did you squeeze them like how girls be?
like oh it's so cute. Yeah.
I just want to rip his little face off.
I think God
So
is.
dollar.
I think God is maybe a serial killer.
No.
I'm gonna collect 200 of them and wear like a coat.
No, like those were.
nice.
It was just interesting. Like it was like, oh, let me see if this one does it, or this. Or like I said, mine did it. So I don't know if all the other ones
then
did it.
You doing this and running through this trials has left 300 horned lizards incapacitated.
Oh, man.
Then the New Mexico senator was like, they're on the extension list.
I saw a Komodo dragon, and
I don't want to touch those things.
no, I didn't see it anywhere. I wasn't close to it. It was in an enclosure,
Yeah.
but it was like, oh wow, Komodo dragon. I always wanted to see one, and I finally did. So
So how you
It's-
felt about seeing them? What you think?
I mean, it was cool. Like, but again, it was from a distance, and I made sure to keep my distance. But it was in an enclosure, so it's not like it could have gotten me or anything.
Did
but
you do like an American tourist thing and throw a rock at it?
No, I took a picture.
Okay.
Quick question: would y'all rather get bit by a black widow or the camel spider?
Black Widow.
Neither.
If I had to choose Black Widow.
Why?
Because camel spiders, they had this thing. I don't know if this is
Don't
true
they
all the way,
eat
but
you?
I've heard it.
They numb you
They can
in
numb
your
you.
sleep.
They
Like
can
they'll-
numb you and just keep eating. That's the most wildest theory I ever heard in my life.
Military be trying to not, you have one of them that stay up for overnight to make sure the mugs don't get in there, get in their boots or get in the camp and on top.
There's you can always shake your boots and
Big
stuff.
big spiders scare the hell out of me.
Me, big spiders too. Have y'all ever seen a Brazilian wandering spider?
No, I have to see that.
Why do you laugh?
Because it's wandering around Brazil.
They
Hello,
like,
ladies.
they like to hide in bananas, which is like really bananas. But the thing is, they'll stand up on their back four legs and put their other four legs up to warn you. The thing is, as soon as they bite you, they're super fast, and as soon as they bite you, they paralyze you instantly.
Oh,
So
God.
it's like, what you gonna warn me for? If you like, what am I supposed to do if I move? You're gonna bite me. So
Right. Yes, I like the fact that we have finally turned this into a science class. Yeah.
I was just about to say it's crazy how we went from terror to like.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna bring that up, have y'all heard about the dark oxygen?
is that what you be smacking on?
Yeah, a little bit,
Dark chocolate, dark
a
oxygen.
little bit.
Oh man.
Nah, it was recently discovered that like deep in the ocean there was oxygen located down there. They didn't believe it at first because usually oxygen you do need some kind of sunlight to kind of create it a bit. But yeah, there was pockets of oxygen deep in the ocean. And that's why they call it dark oxygen. No different from like dark matter, where you would imagine there would not be any oxygen located there, but it was.
Did you see the river that was in the ocean?
No,
You didn't see that one? There's a
Like they have,
river
like,
in the
another river
yeah.
inside.
There's a river in the ocean. It's crazy. Look, I keep going to my
we have
email.
turned this into a science class today, y'all. You lovely people.
do you believe marshmallows got feelings?
So get out your test books and
See?
notepads and all of that.
I think I did see that before.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did
Go
you
ahead.
see it?
That is the lair of the mermaids right there.
Mayonnaise.
That's the lair of the mermaids.
So SpongeBob is real when they go to the Goo Lagoon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sponge busy. That's his hood name when he gets out the water. And goes
So
to the
why
room.
did Sandy want to go down there in the first place? What
Because she
her
was
reason?
doing research.
Yeah.
But then she wished she was in Texas.
She could go
She
back?
missed those wide open skies.
Remember the episode when she was hibernating?
Oh yeah, and they snatched that hair, pull that hair off of.
It's crazy.
What's your favorite episode of SpongeBob?
Oh, man.
How we on SpongeBob?
Mine was when they were selling chocolate and they were selling
Chocolate!
No, mine was Krusty Krab pizza.
Here's the pizza gift you had.
Then
No, when they went to the lady house and then the daughter opened the door and she was like, he's like, hi there, is your mother? No, what did he say?
Yeah, he did say it's your mother.
Yeah, is your mother home?
And she's like, yeah.
What?
They're selling chocolate. They're selling what? Chocolate. They're selling chocolates. Chocolates.
That's what he
Chocolate.
was trying to compliment her. That's what had me laughing. I was like, okay.
And she's like, sweet, sweet chocolate. I remember when they invented it. I always hated it. Sorry, y'all. I watched a lot of SpongeBob.
That was cool.
yeah.
I saw your eyes go into a trance.
Yeah.
Hey, I like Doodle Bob. That's not my favorite episode, but that was like I saw somebody do Doodle Bob for Halloween, and it was so cool. And she's like, "Me, hi, me, hi, me." I was like, yeah, I should do that next year.
I like the hall monitor one too.
The hall
Yeah. Me and my cousin in the hall.
I will serve and protect in the hall, and it's funny. There was no hall.
In the hall.
Oh my god.
Yo, man, this episode right here is just everywhere.
Y'all remember the hash slinging slasher, the rash clinging, the hash binging. Y'all don't remember that? Oh my god.
Well, remember, I didn't watch SpongeBob like that.
Boo.
I grew up on like late 90s, early 2000s, nigga only.
We all did. Well, not you.
Yes, I did. How dare
yeah.
you?
Oh, what show you think? What show you talking about?
All
shows?
of them.
All of them?
Man,
All
I
right,
love
Do you remember
Hey
the
Arnold.
Adventures of Peter Pete?
Who?
No. Hey Arnold, Rugrats, Doug,
Eliza
Wild
Thornberry.
Thornberry.
Yes, I
was
love
watching
that
that
one.
part
Did
over
you
here.
watch
that
All Real
one.
Monsters?
Yes.
Cat and Dog?
Yeah,
Yep.
of course.
Okay.
It's cat dog, not cat and dog.
It's Cat and Dog to me. They
No,
supposed to
Cat
split
Dog.
up.
It's cat dog.
That was an abomination.
Cat dog.
What was
Alone
the
in
other
the world
one?
with a little cat dog.
Kids Next Door.
Yeah,
Oh,
Kid Next Door
yes.
was hard.
Recess.
I love
That wasn't on
Recess.
Nickelodeon.
So wasn't Kids Next Door. That was on Cartoon Network.
Oh.
I thought we was mixing it up. I thought we was with it.
Ram and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy was on.
Doug.
Yeah, she
Gotcha.
said
Doug. Oh, you said it?
Ren and
Yeah.
Stimpy. That was my show right there.
Cow and Chicken.
Rocco's Martin Life.
Yeah,
I used
watch
to
Rocco's
love
Martin Life.
Rocco's Modern Life.
Love that one.
Heifer.
Oh, the episode, the episode when old boy was sleepwalking
Oh my god.
and they recorded. He was naked, and then when they turned around, they started running like it was a haunted scene or something.
Yeah.
That was funny. Man.
Even the neighbors.
Oh yeah.
Rocco.
You know what was one of my favorite child cartoons on TV? Arthur.
I thought it was great.
I loved Arthur.
No, I think
Listen to the rhythm. Listen to the beat. Listen to the rhythm.
Rhythm
You know, yeah.
Open up your eyes.
Y'all down there,
your
put
ears,
y'all
get together
comments
and
down
make
there
ends
on
meet.
y'all little cartoon shows and stuff like
It's
that.
a
I had a
song
very-
message.
I had a
We gotta
very,
sing the song.
I had a very psychotic moment with Arthur. When I knew too much about Arthur, it was scary.
Don't ruin that for me.
I feel like he's about to say something serious. I mean, silly.
No, I'm saying I personally knew too much about that show. I used to watch that show so much, I knew too much. I'll tell you this, because you probably know the answer to this, possibly. but when I said this last time, Goddess and somebody else was there was looking at me mad crazy.
Is
Y'all
it
know
the
what,
episode with the?
No. Do you know what DW stands for?
Oh no!
Dora Winifred.
Why is that her name?
Why is her name is that?
Why do I know that? That's the worst
Did
stuff.
you know?
Yo.
Wait,
Dora Winifred. I never forgot that.
Were they black? They had to be black.
I ain't gonna lie, her mom, they mom did remind me of my mom a little bit, that hairstyle. I ain't gonna lie.
Dora.
My mom
Winifred.
in like the late 80s, maybe, when I used to look at them pictures, yeah.
Damn, what was that childhood book that like in his books
That's him.
he written all his?
That's Arthur.
Oh, that is Arthur, huh?
Yeah, the guy who wrote Arthur, he wrote his children's
His
names
children
in the
names
books,
in the books.
hidden away
Yeah.
in different things, trees and all
wow.
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
nice.
I used to get those books just to circle the names. I'm like, I found it.
That's what's up.
Like
Yeah.
a serial killer like tie you up and you got the projector. Do you see? You're like, what am I supposed to see? Look at the name.
Remember talking about
The genius of Arthur.
killers. Your boy. Remember they used to always talk about my boy Bob Ross. He
Oh,
painting where he had the bodies at. Where he had the bodies.
All these happy trees.
Speaking of
We're gonna paint a
books,
little bush right here, and that's one bush I never want you to go check behind. I swear to God.
speaking
I
of
never knew
books,
that.
there is someone on this channel that write books. You want to tell us about those?
We got a couple of writers on this.
Yeah, we have a
Yeah.
whole bunch of writers on here. You know, Dr. Midnight Mystery Files, Secret Society, a couple of more books that I'm working on right now. You know, Dr. Midnight. I give that a little story on how I came up with Dr. Midnight.
All right, what's up?
Yeah, Dr. Midnight. I was living with my grandma at the time. I was young too, but it was a movie that was by Brandon Routh called Dillinger Dog, and he was like this private eye investigator, but he was like fighting against demons and all of that. I watched that movie like 3 times in a row, and then after that night I went to sleep. And what happened was I woke up around midnight, and I just jumped up, and I just wrote something on the paper, and went back to sleep. A couple of days after that, I was like working on something else, and then I came across Dr. Midnight. So I was like, okay, put it away, working on some other stuff. And for some reason, every time I was working on other stuff, that paper came right back. Like, I'm like, yo, I don't.
Just in the mix.
Yeah, in the mix. I'm like, yo, I don't want to mess with this Dr. Midnight because I don't know this character. It's just, I don't want to mess with this character. And after that, when it came out for the 5th time, I was like, yo, I'm going to do something. And I came up with the idea of mixing Dillinger Dog, Doctor Who a little bit, Sherlock Holmes, things of that nature, all in this one character. And the reason I came up with Dr. Midnight is because of he kind of made a deal with the devil.
Shame on you.
But you have to read the book to know why he did it, though.
Shame
But
on
he,
you.
It's a really
I'm
good
just
book. I
he
read
came
it.
up. He
I'm just
made he made the deal with the devil, but then that's when he ended up actually around 12. That's how he ended up making that deal. But when he ended up knowing about the devil and he didn't like it anymore, that's when he ended up fighting against the devil. You know, join the sides to fight against the devil. So all his life, being immortal and things like that, he do fight against the devil and all the evil stuff. So that's how I ended up coming up with Dr. Midnight Mystery Files. And while you read that book, also, Secret Society, it's also a lot of what I encountered and what I dealt with. Supernatural, scary, terror things. I just put it in the stories, though. So a
Really
lot of
good
that.
book. Really good book. Y'all check it
So a
out.
lot of that when you read certain things, you'll find out like, yeah, I can tell how he wrote that. Yeah, he went through that. He dealt with
I got
that.
the book. You
We're
want to
gonna have a yeah, sure. Have a storytelling session on here, Dr. Rose, huh? Holding out on us.
Yeah, so yeah, we got a lot of writers in here though. Yeah, you know, Gary, we got
No, I don't
Gary.
write.
we got
You be
JJ,
right.
we got JJ, we got Goddess, you
That's
know,
not,
so
that's not the
Y'all be looking out for
Not
our stuff,
seriously,
man.
guys.
Really be looking out for our stuff.
JJ do the same
yeah.
thing. Be
JJ's a
sleeping
writer.
and pop up and write something or put it in his phone and go right back to sleep. I'm like,
Right.
okay.
Nah, mine a little bit different. I wake up like I gotta change my drawers in the morning.
JJ writes and illustrates, guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Very creative.
Very, very creative.
Do a
man.
little bit.
I'm a mystery.
Oh yeah. Talking about it, you know, I have a podcast that I did about doing the different Beyond Little Universe. It was doing the different characters of that story to give you full more background of Dr. Midnight and Secret Society.
That sounds fire. I fuck with that.
I don't want to give out too much. To give out
y'all
spoilers.
y'all gotta go read the book. Y'all gotta read the book.
He be like, in the end, I'm like, nah, you losing money playing around.
Chapter 1.
To be continued. Like, nah, what? Too crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
What,
we're gonna put the link at the bio. At the bottom.
At the bottom, yeah, I'm down. I wanted to, if you want to answer this two question, you can, guys, but I do want to ask these two, right? Because just they've been kind of been on it with the writing. Like, what inspired y'all to write? Even you, because you did start writing screenplays. So, like, what inspired all three of y'all to even start writing in the first place?
Well, when I was younger, my dad used to tell scary stories to me, so I used to make up my own.
Yeah.
And then when I got with you and I saw what you was doing, I was like, oh, let me just pick it back up. Like, both of y'all inspired me to, like, kind of get back into that writing thing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was funny.
What happened?
Because you said, I know you meant inspired, but it sounded like you said expired.
Oh, no.
You
Both of y'all
inspired me to write.
I was like, what?
Inspired.
Made me never want to write again.
Both of y'all are expired. My turn now.
Inspired me. You know, I probably did say that and didn't realize it.
I think you said inspired, but it just sounded like
Yeah.
that to me.
So, yeah.
Gary?
Yeah, what's up?
I don't write. I don't know what. I wrote a short story, and they're like, Blaney's a writer. Oh, shit.
But
Gary's a
with
writer.
the craftsmanship of that story, which was really great, right?
Really
Right.
good.
It was really good.
What
you.
inspired you? You don't have to talk about the content, but what inspired you to be like, I want to be disciplined enough to actually see this story out? What was that?
So I have written stories, like, but I'm usually inspired by something that I've seen, and I'm like, it's something not controversial, but there's like a specific topic that I want to discuss.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's easier to, especially if it's complex, it's easier to display that in the context of a story, and it'll reach more people if you have a story rather than just, writing a post about, hey, this is happening, da 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 da. If you have something like this, you have something where you read a story, you get people hooked into the story, they start asking questions. They're like, well, why this, why that, why that? And then it opens up a discussion to be had about that particular situation or that particular topics and all of the complexities that come along with it. So usually what I'm inspired by is a situation, or it's usually a situation or a specific phenomenon or topic or whatever that I feel like people overlook or don't really give enough attention or credit to.
Yeah.
Speaking of discussions, I need to know the ending. What happened?
That is the ending.
No. Okay, we gotta talk after this.
Okay.
Because, like, what? I know there's more. You can't leave me on a
No,
cliffhanger.
that's.
To be
Remember,
honest,
I said it's for discussion, right?
Yeah, so we can talk about that after. Because I need to know.
but what's
Okay.
dope about that usually creates those for you to kind of look between the cracks of things. That sometimes create like the best scenarios, best worlds, best stories that haven't been told yet, in a sense. So that's pretty dope to consider.
Oh, nothing, guys. I love reading books. So if y'all have any books suggestions, let me know in the comments below.
Right.
I love reading books. Like, I really do.
Me, it was different for me
How's that?
because at first I was drawing. I just was drawing. Did little, small comic books here and there. I was kind of scared to write and stuff like that because I was, struggle with dyslexia, and I was, ashamed and tried to hide it.
There's nothing to be ashamed of, by the way.
Honestly, no.
That's
But-
very common.
I appreciate that, but back, where I came from, man, it was horrible, man, getting teased about it and talked about it and stuff. So I kind of always had that big imagination, but I hid it because I'm like, man, I'm dyslexic. Da, da, da. So I just drew. But what happened was when I graduated, '01, and during the time of finally actually seeing J.R.R. Tolkien work, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
That's what really was like opened me up. And I used to just, I used to like had them little notebooks, and I just start just going ahead and just say, forget it, just start writing, and here we are,
You
You're
know,
really into like
you know what's
fantasy and stuff like that.
You know what's crazy?
Okay, I have a
I
book
can
for
read
you.
better words backwards than the actual word itself.
Right,
So if I
right.
look at it backwards or mixed up, I can actually read it better than. It's weird. I don't know how.
I don't think it's weird.
And see, the thing with Dr.
not weird.
Midnight, with Dr. Midnight Mystery Files, it was this company that gave the opportunity to take it. Other companies just turned it down. But this company here that did it, took it, and I was like, but it's not edited. And they was like, that's what make it even more beautiful, to inspire other dyslexic people to believe in themselves and do this, and that. So the first copy of the Mystery File is actually not edited, but people that read it, they be like, I can't tell, it goes hard. So I mean, thank God, I bless you all. And but the other books and stuff, all that is edited, and this and that. But Mystery Files is the first copy. It's not edited. They didn't want to do it. You know, they want to bring inspiring hope and let it be known that, hey, dyslexic people, hey, don't worry about it. You know, keep moving forward and keep pushing forward.
Nah, but that's the beauty of it. Oh, go ahead.
No, this is off. This is really off because I have to get this out. Did y'all know? I think I sent the video to you and you. But did y'all know turkey legs aren't really turkey legs? They're actually pig legs.
No, I didn't know that, and I'm glad I don't eat turkey legs.
Like,
I don't eat ham.
I found that out today. Like, I mean, I don't eat turkey legs either like that, but like, they're
Why?
actually pig legs, but they're not going to tell you, oh, pig legs. It's actually, yeah, that's so crazy. If y'all look at a turkey leg, it's not big like that. And then when you look at a pig's leg, it looks just like the turkey leg that they sell at the fairs and stuff.
And now, how did you get on this topic, Goddess?
I just had to get there because I was thinking about that.
It was
We were talking about fantasy books.
It was on our mind from day one.
It's just
man,
crazy.
you know? Yeah, and the reason I was into fantasy and stuff like that, because like I said, used to be dyslexia and stuff, I used that to get away. And it made me, watching, what was that movie? Willow?
Willow, yeah, that's classic.
Willow and Legend. That other one, Legend, with Tom Cruise. And he was young.
Oh, man.
And it just went on and on.
Yeah.
And then that's when I saw the Lord of the Rings, I was like, yo, people really into that type of stuff. And that's when it just boom. But I always been in the horror, supernaturals and things of that.
Horror.
But fantasy is my thing.
Fantasy's your thing.
So what about you, JJ?
Nah, with writing, dude, I was never actually much of a writer. Unlike Goddess who likes to read, I don't like to read. I only read for instructional purposes only. Like if I'm pursuing something, I'll read and I'll do as much research as I can on something. But for fun, I never did that.
I love reading.
Yeah, reading gets me out of reality. I have to just take that break from reality.
That's why I
It is
have
getting the book.
them comic books and graphic novels.
It's my attention span. Like I drift off quick. But if I know that I'm having to read something because that the interest is that strong, then I'll do it.
Right.
But usually I'm not on it. But
Okay, but you like storytelling.
I do like storytelling.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I didn't even when I was younger. What was crazy? It was so it was so simple or silly. When I was like, I had to be like 8 years old, and my mom was like an accountant, so she had like office supplies around, and I used to take some of that stuff. And I remember this basic thing where she had this tray. It's a stupid story, but it's something that I think about a lot now because of what I do. But she had like a document tray, right? Like a physical document tray, and I had like labels, and I used to write, this document tray is for my stories, this one's for my drawings, this one is for my calendar, like little dumb shit like that. But I never used to write. And but the thing is, like, as I went through school, I took advanced English classes, forgot all about the shit, and then I always knew how
Did
to
you
draw.
say clashes?
Yeah, at first classes. But I always knew how to draw, like
Right.
before, like my earliest memories was drawing. My mom used to tell me when I was little, it was this one kid who came and visited, and I started having this tantrum because he was coloring outside of the lines, like little shit like that. Because I used to focus.
used to get mad when people do that shit too.
But I was super young acting like that. But the thing is, I always knew how to draw, and then that took to graphic design, and I developed into that and all that. Storytelling didn't come until I started making music, and I had to tell stories with music. And then that's what developed into like screenwriting. And we was living in LA at the time, so I caught the bug, and I just wanted to soak up a lot of knowledge on how to make a better or craft a better story at the time.
Which you do incredible work, man.
Thank you.
Yes, real talk. Like
But the beauty,
I read some of your work. It's amazing.
but that's the thing. I always wanted to make sure that you make these stories and how the industry is. Like you'll try to come up with these things, and if you don't have any friends that are writers or screenwriters or whatever, like sometimes that stuff is hard to get that stuff made. It's a lot of work that hasn't get made. Right. My earliest work should never be read, made, or it should have been burned. I don't even know why it's even there. But my whole point is that some people make some very fire stuff that never gets made, and you get to a point where you want to make some of these stories, and if you can't find the right network of people to make those stories come alive, you'll start to kind of reach into other things, and then that kind of enhances your creativity even more. Right. That was my point of picking up for you for the dyslexia. It's like in the sense of how you looked at it as insecurity. Right. It helped you formulate a better story. You know what I'm saying? And it creates a brand thing for that, and it boosts out the story a lot more. So
look at him blushing.
Thank y'all for that. Thank y'all for that. Man.
But yeah, don't look at that as a wound. Not at all, man. You look at that as a weapon, and then you because it's a weapon, you continue to sharpen that weapon. And you can use that. You can use that as your foundation to make more stuff. And of course, you continue to edit it to reach the people it needs to reach. But at the same time, you look at that and be like, that keeps me moving. That's part of my process and all that. I do this weird thing when I write. If I'm taking notes, I write from the right to the left randomly. I'm left-handed, but I do that randomly where I write from the right and then I go to the left. And the way now that stuff kind of moves into the way I design and all of that kind of stuff when it comes to characters and stuff. But never let it stop your process. As long as it gets you from point A to point Z and you're creating this stuff like purely off of your that you're doing, just keep fucking with it.
Oh yeah, I love it. Back in the day, I used to hate it, but I love it now. And I love reading the books, them stories and stuff that whatever you're reading, you play it like it's in the movie. In your head.
I'm so jealous of y'all when y'all do that because I really can't get into like I can if I'm reading I can paint it can paint the story, but it's my mind. It's always like 50. I got to do 50 different things right now.
Right.
I want to paint.
So that's the thing about me with writing is that I can write, but I think that I'm a good writer, but I'm also a very anal writer.
You write with your butt?
Yes, absolutely. It's a talent. No. No, what I'm saying is like when it comes to like grammar and stuff like that, I'm very like I edit my own stuff and I'll go back and I'll reread it and I'll find like I'm like, nope, this needs to be better. This needs more development. This needs more. Like
your stuff has a lot of professional structure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was meetings that I can still take to this day of my latest writing, and they would give me notes that don't even accommodate what you do for you, like for yourself. Right. So I can see that when I was reading that, I was like, yeah, this is a writer's.
That's work. That's why I don't like in school. I hated writing essays, not because I don't like writing. It's just that it's the process of it is so tedious for me because I'm such an anal writer. like I don't know.
But you need to write some more. You're doing incredible work.
Yeah, for sure.
But I have too much going on in my head. Like you said, you see it in your head. Right. I have a lot of stories in my head that I play out in my head for my own entertainment.
Is it just a hobby for you?
I have many.
Yeah.
It's just a hobby. You wouldn't want to pursue that at all.
No.
It's a wonderful hobby.
Just asking.
Incredible.
Because it'll make me stressed.
Oh yeah, it's gonna make you stress. Even if you didn't give a fuck too much about writing and it became a thing for you, it's gonna make you stress.
Yeah.
And that's
what
why
it
I
does.
don't do it that much.
Yeah.
Does it
Why-
stress
that's
you
why.
out? See, but you
That's why
can't.
we got the grades now.
For real. But for you, I think for you is like you have to keep writing. So you're so focused on page 1, and if page 1 is perfect, then you so focused on page 2. Write that whole story out. The first draft is never perfect. I got stories now that I'm looking to get made that have 3 different fucking endings.
Right.
Right? And
See the
and-
ending before the
and
beginning.
it's not a situation
middle.
where I just write Act 3 and I'm like, all right, let me just change Act 3. No, for me to get to this new Act 3, I'm gonna have to change things about the characters and the events that lead to Act 3. It happens.
I don't know, because I just feel like if I know it could be better, just do it right then and there.
That's the thing. You
What?
can't. You have to get the story out.
What are you talking about?
And he's
Her
talking about,
writing
like, my
process,
writing.
because a lot of writers are like that. They like, I'm trying to make the best version of the story if I can, but like it's the first draft.
Oh yeah, no, you always have to. It's a process.
You
That's what I
have
said.
to
It's a
write
process.
it
You
out.
just have to write out the story.
Right. You gotta write it out.
Yeah, that's like you going to the gym and you about to bench press and you like, oh yeah, go ahead, let me load up 300 plates on there right now. Like, no, you don't bench press. Start off.
300?
I'll make an example.
The same.
Yeah, but I'm saying you have to start off low. You have to start off with your practice and you're gonna
Right,
build up to
right.
it.
But you know how I am.
I know, but I'm just saying. Well, but that also
She's a perfectionist.
yeah, but it also deals with the practice of what it is. So
Right,
you know,
Right.
you got this. You ever see somebody like shoot basketball and they had a free throw line? Did you like shoot the goddamn ball?
No, I gotta walk up to the goal, get my line right.
That's your. They would have
And
called the
then
whistle
scoot
then because
back.
you ain't supposed to walk. That's traveling.
And then, I don't even play. I hate basketball.
I gotta walk up to the field goal and I gotta shoot.
Remember
So
when
don't
we
be
used to
stopped
play
by
in
a basketball
California
shop.
and I used to go up to the goal, line it up, and then scoot all the way back on that line just to shoot it? Yeah.
Call traveling every
She
time.
would have been mad at us because like whenever they shot free throws at cheerleading, I mean not free throws in basketball games because I was a cheerleader. I played basketball too, but I was in high school. I was a cheerleader. Anyway, whenever they go, we'd wait until just before they shot it, and we go miss it.
And watch out, make it.
And then we'd be like, and then no, if they miss it, we'd be like trash.
Oh wow.
Well, I never played. I played football, volleyball, ran track. Like, I did it all except for basketball.
Yeah. Man.
I would have made that goddamn shot and would have been like, would have ran up to y'all and been like, red.
Fuck yeah.
For volleyball, we used to say, "Where is that? In the net, trash." So funny.
I hated my volleyball team. Because most of them were just on there just to wear the tight shorts and stuff. I'm like, ain't nobody looking at y'all flat asses. Like, can we play the game, please? And I'm very competitive. Like,
Yes. Oh my god.
Wait, y'all didn't do squats in volleyball?
we did a workout. I'm about to call you.
That's fine.
JJ, Jim JJ.
What does squats have to do with anything?
Because I was
Because when I said flat ass,
yeah, I'm like,
Yo,
when y'all
this,
do squats, when that form y'all a little bit,
Yo, this episode here, we was on everything today.
a lot of stuff.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was tight though. It's tight.
So night terrors.
let's go back to page 1, okay?
Phase 1, there are night terrors.
And these are all the things that can happen in your night terrors, guys.
Thank you for tuning in.
Nah, was there anything else y'all want to touch on before we got in?
No.
We got a good hour of randomness.
Yeah.
Spinning
Hey,
the wheel over
this
here.
was a good episode, though.
Love you, lovely
Yeah.
people.
Half of it was laughing.
Yes.
You laughing?
Hey.
Hey.
Okay.
Nah, but yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As you see, we just wanted to take it light, have a little fun time, and for you guys to get to know us a little
Don't
bit
forget
better.
to say the books.
Yeah, books will be low. Wait, is all the books for sale right now?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So books will be in the description below. Check those out.
And leave books for me to read.
Recommendations for books, and then you
Yeah.
asked for something else. Recommendations for
What else?
sea creatures. It was something.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
something
yeah,
random.
this- yeah.
Sea creatures?
It was something. He was like, "Yo, let us know down below." I was like, I forgot what it
SpongeBob.
was. Favorite SpongeBob episode?
mermaids and things
Yeah,
of
so
that nature.
Gary wants to know your favorite SpongeBob episode. I want to know what books are out there that's really good.
Rose,
that
I
y'all-
want you to check out his books. I don't want you to do nothing for me. Just stay over there. Unless you want to continue to like and subscribe and share and continue to listen as we talk about more stuff that goes bump in the night. Good night, y'all.
Good night.